Hi folks and welcome, I'm Scott's Dragon and this is my top 5 water tames. If you enjoy the video, drop us a like, a subscribe. So without further ado, let's get started. Right, so at number 5 in my top 5, it is the Plesiosaur. It's one of the faster out of the water tames, and he does a wee glitch sometimes which he likes to fly. I think I'm stuck here. No, there we go. Right. As you see, he is moving rather quickly. He also can be fitted with a platform saddle, so he is actually pretty good as a mobile base. And with having that extra speed and your base on the move all the time, it makes him a not bad tame. Let's try and see. He is actually quite a hard hitter as well. That's what makes the Plesiosaur make it into the top 5 is basically its speed and its saddle. So there we have it. You can also be demounted from the Plesiosaur by jellyfish. So always be aware. Try and get parked. Right, okay, he's flying again. It's the only thing with feeding troughs. They have such a small area to try and squeeze everybody in. So, there we have it. Plesiosaur. Okay, so that brings us on to number 4, the Megalodon. It's a scary looking beast. He's not as fast as the Plesiosaur, but he does do quite a bit more damage. When you have him in a pack, even if you've got one following you, with the mate boost and the pack buff now, they actually do bleed damage. But also, once again, jellyfish will demount you from the Megalodon. But there we go, there's the bleed effect kicking in now. It's not too bad. It does get quite substantial fish and bits and pieces from it as well. And watch these jellyfish are getting close to the exit. They're starting to follow me in, I think. Right, so that's number 4, the Megalodon, which is quite cool. Right, so without any further ado, we'll go to number 3, who's this big chappy here, one of my favourite water tames, which is Basilsaurus. He also is one of the best water cave runners when they've been bred up, because he has one talent that is absolutely necessary for being in the water, is he does not take any damage from jellyfish. You do not get demounted. So when they start stinging you, you don't get demounted from them, which makes him one of the safest Tames to be on when you're in the water. Because of the jellyfish and the eels. The eels actually shock you off as well. So, in Basil, it has a depth range, but it has been extended recently, so you can go deeper without taking pressure damage. Also, he has a cool wee ability that he makes oil himself. So once you do a bit of breeding with these, then they're perfect for running caves as well. So, he's not the worst looking one I've seen yet. Right. But as the same as most of the water tames, you need quite a lot of stamina with them. I'm out of stamina already. Oh no, I fill up. There we go. Right, we'll get him back in. Just into the feeding range of the trough. So that brings us to number 3, the Basilsaurus, which is a great water tame. Now, number 2 is this monstrosity here. This is the Toothless, or giant squid. He also makes oil, which is a handy thing. If he would let me on it. There we go. Right, he is a bit awkward to ride. Well, he's one of the biggest of the water tames. He can, I'm pretty sure, you can be demounted from him with jellyfish. But he has got one advantage to that, is the length of his reach. When you go to attack, he has got an extremely long range when he's attacking. So even though the jellyfish can demount you, they never really get close enough to you to demount you. Right, so that makes him one of the stronger of the water tames. He also has another ability that he can grab his prey. If I can get up. There we go. There we've got one. You can grab a couple, I think. You can pick up... I know you used to be able to pick up Tames and hold them if you had a couple of tribe mates, and they would be able to pick them up and grab them so they couldn't get away from you. I'm wondering if it's still... Oh, there we go, yep. Just grabbed an Anki there. There it is. Unfortunately, once you go under the water it does release, but you can grab shore tames. There we are. There, as you can see, if I can get the camera right, and then you can eat them. You can also attack from the water onto land as well. Right. He is quite fast once he gets going, I think. Yep, and he's got his oil attack. It's not very good for PvE, but I'm sure in PvP it's quite an effective way to escape from somebody if they're attacking you. Okay, so that brings us, that's number 2 on the top 5. He also, when harvested, he gives you black pearls and absorbent substrate, which is made for gas masks. So all in all, he is a really good water tame, and he's also quite fun to run about on. So that is number 2, the Toothless. Right, as you can see just over here, brings us to number 1, the Mossosaur, or more commonly known as the Giga of the Sea, due to its really strong melee ability. Unfortunately, with the Mossosaur as well, you can be demounted. But if you can get your bite in first, then the jellyfish don't stand a chance. He's not the fastest, but he is quite fast. So if you can get them eaten before they shock you, then you won't get demounted. With him having a strong melee attack, so that makes him a good contender for some of the caves. I think it's one of the caves that you do really need the basil for. But he does look like an absolute monster when he's swimming about. So that's my first place contender, the Mossosaur. Just getting back into the feeding zone. There we are. Which is quite an awesome looking creature. They all really are. So, well, it takes me to the top 5 water tames. If you've enjoyed the video, remember to drop a like, subscribe, and come back for more in the next episode. Thanks for watching, folks. Catch you soon.